Hey everybody, good morning. It's Rabbi Boxman. I am here on Tuesday, April 7th, and I'd like to share with you what is going on over the next few days in our community. Tomorrow on Wednesday, April 8th, we'll have Coffee Talk via Zoom. That will be with me at 10 a.m. Wednesday also happens to be my son Matan's first birthday, so we're very excited about that. Thursday, April 9th, we have our second night Seder via Zoom at 5:30. So please join us. There's a link in your email. Also a link to download the Haggadah so that you can follow along. We will be displaying certain pages on Zoom, but if you want to be able to read along with us, download that in advance. And if you like, you can print it out. And the Seder will be just under an hour, and we'll include all of the parts, even the part that traditionally comes after the dinner will be included before, so that you can finish the Seder and enjoy your festive meal together with your family or virtually with friends far away. On Friday, April 10th, we'll start the morning with Coffee Talk with Cantor Azu, and then we will have our Beach Shabbat. No, we are not going to the actual beach. We'll be doing Beach Shabbat from the comfort of our homes via Zoom and also Facebook Live, and that'll be at 7:30. And we'd like to invite you, if you're able, if your Wi-Fi extends far enough, to sit outside. That way it may not be a beach background, but it should have a similar feel of being outside. We can maybe watch the sunset together. And if you can't do that, I don't know that my Wi-Fi will extend that far, you can put up a virtual beach background in the Zoom screen. So please join us for all of these exciting events. We have a busy week coming up with the holiday and hope that we will get to see many of you through these different platforms. So a little bit of Shalom. Today is called the Ta'anit Bechorot. Ta'anit Bechorot means the fast of the firstborn. And while in our Reform community, maybe you weren't familiar with this, in an Orthodox community, there's a tradition to fast the day before Passover, but only those who are the firstborn males, and also some women choose to do it, in order to recall the fact that God passed over the houses of the Jewish, the Israelites, and ended up sparing their firstborn children, while because it was the 10th plague, the Egyptian firstborn were not spared. And this is obviously something that we're grateful for, and we mark that by fasting on the day before Passover in order to recall that. Now, I wanted to share this because just like with a lot of things in our rabbinic text and in our tradition, there are loopholes, legal loopholes. The legal loophole in this case is if you want to get out of fasting the day before Passover, there's probably a good reason. I mean, who doesn't want a donut the day before Passover? You know, that last little bit of yeast. The way that you get out of it is by making sure that you attend some sort of celebration, which means a celebration always trumps a fast. So if there's a bris or a wedding or something exciting like that, or a celebration called a siyum, which is the completion of a learning of a tractate of Talmud. If you're at one of these feasts or celebrations, that can trump your fast. So I wanted to talk a little bit about these legal loopholes and try to apply it to our lives. So a loophole, I found one of the greatest definitions of a loophole that I found, I need to pull it up because I want to make sure I say it correctly, is seeing the options between the rules. Loopholes tend to have a negative tone to them, but this definition I like, because oftentimes we can find a positive by using a loophole, seeing the options between the rules. The rules at this time are of social distancing, right, and being in our homes, separated from the ones we love, the people we care about, and living really unusual lives. But what I'm going to challenge you to, and especially during this time of Passover, to think about this is, what are the options that you're finding? What are the loopholes of life that you're finding right now to make this time more bearable and more meaningful, and ultimately one that is beneficial, right? So what are the things that you're doing to stay even more connected to the people in your life, to connect to people that you normally don't speak to on a day-to-day basis because we're so busy doing other things. What is something that you're going to learn during this time? What is something that you're going to try for the first time? What's a good movie you're going to watch? These are all really exciting things that you can do, ways to find the loophole in this time, the options between the rules. I wish you all a happy Passover, a wonderful Seder. I hope to see you at the second night Seder, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.